And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Give everybody a chance to get up in this vid. Hair's on point today, I will say that. Hair is on fleek. Bring it in, y'all. Bring it in. Still nobody here. That's fine. Ooh, sub 10. Gabe. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? What gel do I use? It's Paul Mitchell. It's Mitch. I guess it's their male stuff. Mitch Clean Cut. It's like a pomade kind of stuff. Works really well. I love it, obviously. What's up, Kyle? Bring it on in, y'all. Bring it on in. Got some updates and stuff like that. What's up, Nicholas? Is that a Bob Ross painting? No, my dad actually drew that. What's up, Avery? All right. Well, we got 10 people up in here. That's good. Absolutely good for a live stream. Just wanted to give you guys some little updates about some stuff over the last couple days. If you saw the post on the channel that I put up yesterday, I uploaded the Mandalorian reaction on Saturday, like the schedule says it's going to be uploaded. The review got uploaded, but the reaction did not, and I was like sitting at home because I did it at work on the work computer after I did work, obviously, so I wasn't doing it during hours. But at work, I used the work computer because it was a little faster, and got that uploaded, and I just left as it was uploading because it just, you know, will upload on its own once it's ready to upload. I had it scheduled, and then day goes by, and I'm like, and I had to go to Tennessee yesterday, so I'm sitting there, like, I'm traveling to Tennessee doing this taekwondo thing, and then coming back, and all day I'm like, why has this video not uploaded yet? I swing by work and check the computer because I just left the window open, and it was like, yeah, your video, and it uploaded for like a split second and then left because I messed with it. And it was like, yeah, your video is blocked and like worldwide because of copyright issues. And I'm like, I don't understand why. And I checked the copyright kind of claim on it, and it didn't look like Disney actually was the one that copyrighted it. It didn't seem like that at all. So I'm not sure what it was. But I didn't want to risk it, so I pulled it off. What's up, Nicholas? Nicholas Gillespie. We got two Nicholases in here now. Oh, what's up, man? Coming from Twitch. We got people coming from Twitch now. I love it. But yeah, so if you've noticed in the last hour or so, I basically just had to re-edit it with, had to line up the audio again, and it was a pain in the ass. But it's up there now, but it's the full reaction. I know that's a little tougher to do with the TV stuff, and it's not as ideal. With movies, it's one thing to do a full reaction, because if you're going to watch a movie, you're going to watch a movie. But with a TV show, you kind of want those highlights of the show. So I'm going to try to do it again next week for the next episode. Or this week, I guess, this week. And I'm going to try to do the highlights again. But if I get taken down again, we might just have to switch back to the full. Because the other one's still up, and I didn't do anything really different. So YouTube's weird. YouTube can be funky and frustrating when it comes to copyright stuff. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, obviously, I'm sure you've noticed if you're a... oh, you'll be doing the desk tap if you watch this channel enough. Yeah, Blind Wave knows how to get around that. Now, I know there's some stuff where you can tweak the audio just slightly, and it'll do it, but I'll have to work on that. So this channel's been here for 4 years, but still learning. So either way, it is what it is. And I've said it is what it is about this year a lot, but it is what it is. But as you probably know, let's see, I have semi-copyrighted music in some of my videos. Some get claimed, some don't. One is a remix of a remix and is blocked in a lot of regions. Yeah, the copyright stuff's weird, and it just gets tagged by stuff and pulled. I don't know. I'm telling you, it got uploaded and blocked almost simultaneously, which, I mean, maybe it's legit then. That was a legit copyright claim because that was scary fast the way it did Armando video. But, oh well. What's up, Christian? Yeah, we'll see what happens this week when I do it again and when I edit the video. If it F's with me again, then that'll suck, but oh well. The other update I kind of wanted to throw out there, obviously, if you are following the channel and everything, you know that Mondays is supposed to be our Rank Battles podcast, which should have uploaded today. But Adam, and if you watched the Mando reactions, you'll know this too. Adam's still not feeling well. He's under the weather. It's not COVID, but with all things considered, we're just playing it safe right now. And having him rest up. And Will's full-time college student, so, and he's in kind of like the medical college stuff, so we could not record our, and with me being in Tennessee all day yesterday, we could not record our Rank Battles podcast today. Hoping we can do it tomorrow, if Adam's feeling better, and then we'll also have the On Your Left podcast up on Wednesday as well. And I got some reactions that we did over the past couple days, not a couple days, but like the Friday beforehand, that I will be uploading over the next day or so. Some try not to laugh challenges, try not to cringe, I think was another one we did. We watched the Justice League little teaser, which was not too dissimilar to the stuff that was released during the DC fandom, but still cool new stuff that we reacted to, so I'll be posting those. It's good to get back into the reacting game too, not just the podcast and commentating game, even though that's fun. You know, this channel was built off reactions, and just one of my favorite things to do. Still one of the bitchiest things to edit, but I love doing them. It just sucks as there's not a lot of trailers or anything right now. Well, Nicholas, the movie commentaries we are doing every week, every Saturday. We're 3 deep now over the past 3 weeks. We have all 3 of the first Harry Potter movies. The 4th one is going to be coming out this Saturday, Goblet of Fire. So, yeah, definitely go check those out. Yeah, WandaVision is going to be out January 15th, Black Widow. I would assume it would be next May. That would make sense. I mean, they got to make that paper, you know what I'm saying? But I will let you guys in on a little shush secret, I guess. So, Christian brother wants a shout out. As in, like, your Christian brother, or your brother's name is Christian. Either way, sup, bro. We've recorded the first two movie commentaries of our other 2 series that we have done, or we are embarking on. So, another comment from Christian brother. Can you give a shout out to my brother, John? Oh, I didn't even see that, man. I'm sorry. Well, what's up, John? Glad you can be here. But where was I? Oh, the movie commentaries. We recorded, and this, I'm not sure when this will be uploaded because it's not really technically a part of the schedule, our upload schedule, which is fine. I might add these just random. They might just be bonus videos throughout the week. I don't know if I just want to do them on Sunday like we have the Harry Potter stuff, because the Harry Potter stuff, we're recording consistently, so we've already got the Goblet of Fire stuff ready for this Sunday, but we have recorded our commentary for Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, and Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And we'll be embarking on those series, as well as the Harry Potter series, at the same time. Hopefully over this Thanksgiving break, we can actually get some couple commentaries under the belt, so that it's just ready to go. Over the next couple weeks, so we don't have to record like 9 a week. But, you know, Adam's first time watching Lord of the Rings. He's never seen one before. Obviously, he's seen all the Star Wars, Marvel, Harry Potter stuff, but he'd never watched Lord of the Rings. I would say he enjoyed Fellowship of the Ring. He didn't love it. Uh, I always think Fellowship of the Ring is, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan and you've watched all three plenty of times, Fellowship is one of people's favorites, but not after the first time they see it. I think it's after you see the whole trilogy and then go back. It's like, gosh, it was such good character building and stuff. But it's a setup movie. It's a setup movie for what's going to happen in Two Towers and Return of the King. I think he's going to love those two movies because there's a lot more action. Let's get this thing rolling. We're not just walking around anymore. We got battles to fight. But he definitely enjoyed it. And we had some good discussions during that movie. And Phantom Menace, we kind of shit on that movie a lot. I'm sorry. We gave a lot of props to the pod racing scene. And obviously the Darth Maul battle. And again, I will always say that the story of the prequels is a good story. It was just executed poorly. Execution is basically the only problem with the prequels and Jar Jar. Jar Jar, and going back and watching it that day, when we were sitting there watching it, I was like, and you'll see this when we upload the commentary, I could not deal with Jar Jar. It was bad. I was like, okay, look, Disney, Star Wars gets a lot of flack sometimes. They never did a Jar Jar. They never did. I'm sorry, it was bad. Now, Attack of the Clones is actually my least favorite of the prequels, so the next one might be even worse. I got a lot of issues with Attack of the Clones. It feels like a movie that was put together in like 15 minutes. And I know you wrote the script in like 2 weeks, so it shows. But yeah, those are all coming down the pipe here pretty soon, everybody. If Jar Jar turned out to be a Sith Lord, then you know what? I would have loved it because it would have been the biggest twist ever of him being just the dumbest character, and then he was just playing dumb because he's a Sith Lord. You know what? I would have loved it. I would have loved it. Oh, my hand is cramping. Not that I enjoyed it by a long shot, but I definitely didn't. Look, I don't despise it either. I don't hate it because there's a lot of things. Technically, it's beautiful. The effects are amazing. I love Qui-Gon. He's the best part of the movie. The Darth Maul battle is awesome, and pod racing is underrated. The pod racing scene's amazing from a technical standpoint. It's amazing from like it's a great setup. It's just filmed beautifully. The effects are amazing. I love how there's really no music until the very, very end of the race, and all of it's just the sound effects because it's nailed. Ben Burt nailed the sound effects in those movies, but really nailed the pod racing scene. So I don't despise the movie. I despise parts of the movie. It just drags in a lot of spots. It drags in a lot of spots, and Jar Jar is horrific. He's just so bad. And Jake Lloyd is not a good child actor. It gets really bad in some parts. But there's a funny, not to spoil the commentary, but when we were watching it, we're also like, who, I can't remember her name, but the girl who plays Anakin's mom, Shmi, she's pretty bad too. There's like no emotion. Like when Anakin's leaving, oh, bye, Mom. I may not ever see you again until you're about to die. She's just, it's just she's like content or like holding her emotions back. It's like, I know you don't want to make your kid feel sad while he's leaving to go do his dreams, but show a little bit of emotion because it was just like, bye, Annie. See ya. Okay, cool, Mom. Like Anakin was crying. So, I mean, in that moment, Jake Lloyd might have been a better actor. Bold statement from Iconic Comic that Jake Lloyd was a better actor than somebody. Poor kid. Poor kid. That, he did not turn out well in life. Poor kid. Without the prequels, we wouldn't have the Clone Wars show. It's a lose. I love how you didn't say it's a win-lose. It's a lose-win situation. Yep. I mean, I guess it was always possible you could have the Clone Wars show, but it wouldn't have been the same direction they went with because they name dropped the Clone Wars and the original trilogy back in the 70s and 80s, but it would not have been even close to the same because they kind of obviously makes sense. They mirrored the characters based off the movies. What's your thoughts on Man of Steel? I mean, it's probably my top 10 superhero movies of all time. I love Man of Steel. I think the movie is just, it's a brilliant characterization of Superman. It's the first time that we get down to earth with the character of Superman. It's the first time I feel like he feels relatable as a person and a superhero, because to that point, even though I love the Christopher Reeve, whoa, bump the camera. Even though I love the Christopher Reeves Superman, I never felt he was a relatable character. He was just this god. And obviously Superman's like a god when it comes to that stuff. But, you know, I don't know. It just, Zack Snyder nailed. And I think it's because the first 20 minutes spent on Krypton and all the time we get flashbacks with him as a kid, with Mom, Pa Kent. It, it just nails Clark's duality as a human and a Kryptonian, a superhero and a regular human being. So I just think Man of Steel nails it. The music's fantastic. It looks amazing still. It's a stellar cast. I love it. And suckingly, we did a full movie commentary of Man of Steel with Adam and Will. Adam's first time seeing Man of Steel. He loved it. And something happened to the audio, and it just got lost. That was our first commentary, I think. Yeah, I believe so. I think that sounds right. Yeah, I think that might have been our first commentary. No, no, no. Black Panther for Chadwick Boseman. We did another commentary for that, and we'll redo that eventually. They both got corrupted, so it really sucks. Ahsoka, we talked about that. I think we talked about that in the reaction video. It was the reaction, the review for the last episode. I want Ahsoka to fight Gideon with the dark saber, or Ahsoka come up and fight off Death Troopers or anything. Like if Ahsoka fights in the show, I will lose my shit. Oh yeah, but honestly, going off what Shorty said about Chris Hemsworth and Thor, that's just Marvel characters in general. Because Stan Lee always said, you know, what makes his characters great is that they're not just superheroes, not just gods. They're people who deal with real life issues. They deal with human problems. Spider-Man is so relatable because he's a teenager dealing with teenage problems. He's got girl trouble. He's got school trouble. He's got bullies. It is something that is relatable. People like you see characters in the Marvel universe go through like relationship issues, divorce, debt, like all kinds of stuff. It's relatable. But Chris Hemsworth does nail that. But I would say most of the characters in the MCU, they've done a great job with that. Oh, I've always loved Superman. I've just never found him very relatable, if that makes sense. But Henry Cavill's Superman is the most relatable Superman. I don't hate Superman Returns, but it's just underwhelming. It's underwhelming. Yeah, I want to see some badass Boba Fett stuff. Oh, Tony's arc is magical. All of them are. I mean, Cap's arc is great. Tony's arc's great. Thor's arc is not done yet. That's the exciting part. Is Thor's arc isn't even close to done yet. You thought he like peaked in Ragnarok and Infinity War, but then he hit that all time low in Infinity War. Kind of was on the upswing by the end of it, but he's got a lot of work to do, and I'm excited. I think my bold prediction is he will be the new leader of the Avengers after Thor 4. Once he fights his demons. Dude, if Sebastian Stan plays Luke Skywalker, I will shit my pants. I love Tony, but God, I relate to Cap more just because I want to do the right thing. Hey, but again, great about Marvel is you can relate to multiple characters, and everyone's kind of different. I Cap is my favorite character. It used to be Spider-Man, like when I was a lot younger. Spider-Man's probably 2 or 3 on my list. But Cap's my favorite character, and has been my favorite character for years and years and years, even before the MCU. Back when I was reading like the Civil War comics and stuff, that really got me into Captain America back in like '06. But I would not describe myself as being like Cap though, because I'm not. I'm not a Boy Scout. I'm not that guy. But I want to be, if that makes sense. Like, not I don't want to be a Boy Scout, but I always want to do the right thing, even though I don't. So I don't know if I relate to Cap the most, even though he's my favorite. That'd be a good question. Who's your favorite hero, and then who do you relate to the most? That's a good like podcast question. Yeah, the next Thor is gonna be bonkers because I mean I guess Taika Waititi's coming back, so I'm down. Thoughts on a potential Last of Us TV series? I'd be down, but I'd want to play the games first. Yes, I have not played the games, so I I would want to play the games first. Yeah. Well, when Hemsworth Thor leaves the MCU, that's the last of the big three. You know, the OG. You know, because after the Black Widow movie, we would assume that Black Widow is out officially. We would assume so, and then Ruffalo and Renner would be the only ones left when Hemsworth leaves as the OG Avengers. And because you got the Hawkeye series coming out, so I don't know if he's gonna hand it off after the Hawkeye series or in the next Avengers movie. That'll be really interesting to see. Ruffalo is kind of a wild card. He could stay there for a while, but also leave. I mean, absolutely, yeah. Tony might. That might be why Tony's a lot of people's favorites because they relate to him. Human Torch is pretty badass. And honestly, I went back and I watched the '05 Fantastic Four. Motherfucking movie holds up. I'm sorry, it does. It still holds up. Are you gonna play Cyberpunk? Probably. I'll probably play Cyberpunk, if it ever comes out. You know what I mean? Anon. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Well, I appreciate that, Jay Diddy. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Whatever we can do to help. Honestly, we're just a bunch of idiots watching movies and TV shows and trailers and fan videos and talking on podcasts. Nothing that we do is special. We're just doing what we would normally do day to day and put a camera in front of us. Don't even ask us why we did it in the first place because we could not answer that for you. But I'm glad we did, and we're glad you enjoy it. Avery, I think everybody in this chat can probably be the spokesperson for guy that gets bullied or has gotten bullied, girl troubles. Most of those people fall into the realm of people who will probably watch this channel or watch the stuff that this channel is about. So we're there for you. Yeah, Hawk can always kind of stick around. I'm down for Aaron Taylor Johnson return it for Quicksilver. I think he got short straw. I loved him in Age of Ultron, so I'm down. I loved his portrayal. Yeah, Spider-Man is definitely, I would say, the reason Spider-Man got so popular is because his relatability. You know, he's a teenager, girl trouble, school trouble, friend trouble. gets bullied, that kind of stuff. I relate to Groot. Oh, we have 14 people up in this. Who do you think is the next Wolverine? Oof. Oh, that is tough. I'll always say this. For years, I wanted Tom Hardy to be Wolverine, but now he's Venom, so that's not happening. Um, I don't really know, because I don't know a lot of actors that would be good for that. Because I want the next Wolverine to be more like the comics. I mean, Hugh Jackman's the best. But I want the next Wolverine to be more comic accurate. So I want a short, stocky dude, beefed up, like giant, but short. Like Wolverine's like 5'2" in the comics. But Hugh Jackman's like 6'2". And I'm definitely not skinny. I'm not going to say skinny. He was jacked, but not the same way as the comic version's jacked. So that's why I wanted kind of like a Tom Hardy type. But I don't know. Probably, honestly, a no-name actor who's obviously still good, but a no-name actor I'd be fine with too. I mean, you got to cast a lot of people for X-Men. A lot of people. Favorite Batman? Ben Affleck in Batman versus Superman. Not Ben Affleck in Justice League, because they fucked up his character and changed it and did a bunch of shit that I didn't like. Hopefully, the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League will remedy that. I just think he's the most comic accurate Batman that we've had, and his fighting style, the brutality, how beefed up he is, the darkness of it in Batman versus Superman. I love his Bruce Wayne. I love the detective skills. I love his fighting style. I love how he looks like Frank Miller's Batman. All in. Why a long face? Daniel Radcliffe, I am not on board. Not on board. Yeah, Black Panther 2 is supposed to be starting in July of this next year, so they clearly have a plan in place. And I trust Marvel. I trust them to do the right thing. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to lean towards it's probably Shuri is the next step, but we'll see. Hopefully we get a good Green Lantern. Yeah, see, Green Lantern's been tough for me. I like Green Lantern, but there's parts of me that also am like, he's basically like another Superman type character, just godlike. I mean, he can literally create anything with those rings. So, I mean, I like the concept is amazing. It's one of the best like science fiction superhero concepts ever. Uh, and I guess the good part is he's more relatable than Superman. Like Hal Jordan is a more relatable character. I mean, or if you do Jon Stewart too, also. Can we get this up to 15 likes? Everybody hit that like button. Let's get this up to 15 likes. Oop, there's 11. That'd be pretty cool if we got Stephen Amell's Green Arrow in a movie, but I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. I feel like they're pretty content with keeping the CW universe separate. I mean, Lord, the movie Flash met the TV Flash, so I feel like that was just the nail in that coffin. As soon as I asked for 15 likes, we dropped down to 13 people. Makes sense. Who's the next big bad? Well, if you're talking Thanos type, since they have the rights, I would assume it's got to be Galactus, Silver Surfer, or no. Well, I guess maybe, but I really think I know he is a Fantastic Four villain per se, but Doctor Doom would be a badass villain to like be the next Thanos. Marvel and you mean Marvel and Warner Brothers, Nicholas? But yes, Marvel versus DC movie. It's gonna happen at some point. At some point down the road, it's gonna happen when we run out of ideas and we just want one big movie to make a bunch of money. Yeah, I love John Campea. I like his show. I don't agree with him on that point, Because remember, these movies are made for the well, okay, let me get my words in order. Movies in general are made for the common fan, the casual audience, because that's the only way they're going to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, Marvel doesn't really make its, or any of these big studios, they don't really make their money off the people like me who go and see it like 18 times and is just like foaming at the mouth, like, oh my God. They're counting on the people who go see like one movie a month or every 2 months, that pick their movie to go see. Like, I guarantee you all 2 point whatever billion that Endgame made was not, every person wasn't like me. And most of them, like, I'd say 60% of those people were the common fan who, they like those movies. And the reason they're going to see it is because everybody's talking about it. It's like, it's word of mouth. It's like just that earworm. Oh, did you see Endgame? Well, no, I'm not going to spoil it. You got to go see it this weekend. So if you're talking about the common fan who probably also saw Black Panther, if they show up because they saw Black Panther, the common fan isn't stupid either, but they're not going to understand why. They're not going to understand why Michael B. Jordan, who was the bad guy in the last movie, is now, he is T'Challa. Like, maybe the hardcore fans like me, and I'm not even sure I'd be down for it, the hardcore fans like me could work around it in my brain. Good night, Nicholas. I could kind of work around it in my brain, be like, okay, different character, recast, obviously a tragedy happened, I can move forward. I don't think the common fan, casual fan would be as accepting of it, and I'm not even that, I wouldn't even really be accepting of it, but I would be able to do the mental gymnastics. So I just don't think it's a good call. Even though he's a fantastic actor, and I love Michael B. Jordan, I just don't think it's a good call. Oh, yeah, if he wasn't in the first movie, then absolutely, he's on top of the list if you're going to recast T'Challa. I think the safest move, I just think the safest move is to go with Shuri. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. And, you know, there's a lot of people who stand by the, you know, recasting is bad, recasting is good. Like when somebody dies, it's like recasting is bad, recasting is good. There's a lot of different arguments on both sides, and none of them are really wrong. But I just think not recasting is the safest bet when you're talking about a studio as a big IP, big projects that are going to make a lot of money, that are super popular, and you don't want a lot of confusion with your casual audience, if that makes sense. You want the casual audience to accept exactly what's going on so they can talk to their friends and be like, go see this movie, it's awesome. You don't want your casual audience, that's how a movie that, even if it's a good movie, bombs at the box office. Like, you know, these like Blade Runner 2049s and these movies that are great movies, they bomb at the box office because, unfortunately, a movie like Blade Runner 2049 it confuses the casual audience that is just going to the movies on a whim. Oh, what are you going to see? Well, this movie is like this big sci-fi action movie, Blade Runner 2049, and it turns out being the super confusing movie. Like, oh, I don't know. I mean, obviously, COVID had a little bit to do with it, but Tenet didn't do great either. Tenet's a great movie. It's confusing as shit, though. It's not really the movie where you're going to go back home and be like, unless you're a big movie buff. If you're just a casual fan, you're not going to go home and be like, oh, you got to see Tenet, it's amazing. You're probably going to go home and be like, God damn, I don't even know what happened in that movie. It was good, but I'm not sure what happened. And you just sit there and think. Maybe I'm wrong on all that, but that's just my opinion on it. John David Washington, what's funny is I was watching, again, speaking of Tenet, I was watching Tenet the first time, and I leaned over to my buddy, and I was like, not saying I'm down for recasting for Black Panther, because I'm still leaning towards I want Shuri to do it, and just kind of keep Chadwick Boseman, just, he's Black Panther, like, leave that to him. But if they were to recast John David Washington, I was sitting there watching Tenet, I was like, he'd be a good Black Panther, man. Like, he's really good in that movie. Well, you watch Wonder Woman 84 on HBO Max. Well, they said it's going to be on HBO Max and theaters, so theaters are still open around me when it's out. I'm seeing it in theater. I'll wear a mask. I will do everything I have to do. I don't want to see one of those movies for the first time. Just that way. I just don't like it. I want to see it in a big screen. I want to see it with loud speakers. I'm fairly certain that we also said superhero landing, J Diddy. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you've watched our reaction to the latest Mandalorian thing, Mandalorian episode, but I'm pretty sure I said superhero landing when he did it too. Even if you're not watching, even if you're not watching our videos, though, I mean that's a Deadpool thing too. What's the drink tonight? I'm just drinking a little Angry Orchard. Wait, Shorty, are you from around here? What is going on? Yeah, because you just named Fort Thomas. Just curious, did you just find us on YouTube? Or do I know you personally and you're not saying your name on here? Just curious. Because there's not many people who, at least I know, I'm sure there is, but not many people who watch us that are just in the area. It's pretty dope, though. Pretty dope. Yeah, did you just find us on YouTube, or do I actually know you personally? That's pretty cool. Well, damn, man. One of these times. Well, how old are you, first of all, before I start inviting you to, like, go see a movie with us? Well, if you're Shorty D 17, are you 17 years old? 20. There we go. All right. Well, now I don't feel weird about saying, hey, sometime, you know what? We should meet up at the levee. I've always wanted to meet some fans. I've met a couple fans in real life of the channel. It's surreal when it happens. What's funny is a couple of the people that we've met who are fans of the channel, I met at the AMC on the levee. So that was actually pretty funny. It was really funny, actually. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to use the restroom, and I'm not bringing you in with me. All right, we're back. Back. Nice ventilation. Is there ventilation up there? No, that's a speaker. Speaker and projector. A VIP experience for Shorty. What's up, Riggs? Welcome to the party. Yeah, there's only. I'm trying to think. I think I've only ran into somebody who's recognized me from the channel twice. Um, what brew are you drinking? Oh, just some Angry Orchard. Kind of a simple white boy drink. uh, Not really feeling the bourbon tonight. It's I gotta work tomorrow. Don't really want the headache or the dehydration. Um, like I said, the one time was at an AMC. Seeing it. It was funny. Alex and I just saw Infinity War for the first time. Why is it called AMC on the Levee? Well, it's just an AMC, and it's at a place that's called Newport on the Levee. It's kind of like a mall. A levee, if you know geography or whatever, is kind of like a thing, like a man-made kind of thing that keeps the river from flowing over into the town or whatever. They call it a levee. Just keeps, keeps the water in check. And there's a mall in a city called Newport that, has restaurants and bars and and it has an AMC in there also. So it's called Newport at the Levee, but it's AMC Newport on the Levee. I don't live in Canada. I'm sorry, Nicholas. I'm here in good old northern Kentucky. Yeehaw. If you ran into us in Bowie, you go, "Bleh." Pretty sure you saw Infinity War right before it. We saw Infinity War. It was the latest showing. It was like at 11 in IMAX at Newport on the Levee. Hello there. Yeah, that's basically what a levee is. But yeah, we were walking out of our showing, and when you're at the levee that late, it's pretty dead because it's a mall basically at 2 o'clock in the morning after a movie, and then there's like nobody there. Um, but I can't. I'll be honest. I couldn't tell if it was a mother and a son or a couple. I really couldn't tell. But they came up and like they were being real shy, and they were just kind of looking at our group because we were with a group of people, and uh, they they were like just kind of looking at us. Me and Alex were like, "Why are those people looking at us?" And we started walking towards like the exit, and they were like, "Are you guys on YouTube?" And we're like, "Yeah." Like, "Oh, we watch your video." And it was the most surreal thing ever. It was super weird. And not in a bad way, but it was weird. Just kind of like someone recognized us, so we were like, "Oh, that's really cool." Like, I kind of giddied up a little bit. It was fun. Still remember watching that late night Captain Marvel review you did right after. Oh, that was late. God damn, that was late as shit. I think I did the same thing for Into the Spider-Verse also. Well, nice. Maybe you will see me, Gabe. Adam would be, I would be too, but Adam would be stoked to see you. Like, Adam loves you, Gabe. Adam thinks that you are the bee's knees because you're always the person in Adam's Twitch streams. See you later, Merv. Well, Riley, not Merv, but I'm going to keep calling you Merv. Why are you whispering? Would you ever do the Waiting in the Line series again? You know what? I would love to, and we actually had a lot of fun doing that. And if you go back and watch those videos, there's some of the videos that I'm the most proud of on this channel. We, interviewed these people. They signed a waiver. They got on camera, and it goes to show you, no matter where you're at, we live in Kentucky, like Kentucky, and but I love this state. I will probably never leave this state, like living wise. I love this state. I love the tradition, the culture around here. Love Kentucky, but damn, I would never have guessed someone would have been full Yondu makeup and costume at a movie premiere in Kentucky. Just goes to show you that nerdom is kind of everywhere right now. But those segments were really fun, asking day one A1 fans at the movies that during a premiere questions either about the movie, like pre-movie or post-movie. It was just really fun. Now bringing it back's tough because, I mean, because there's really no waiting in line anymore for the the whole reason we called it waiting the line was because we were waiting in line to go see a movie, and now it's all you pre-buy your specific seat and stuff like that. So I think there's something to do there with that whole, you know, theme of what we did on your left. I think there's something to do with that whole theme that we did with the waiting line. We'd have to rebrand it a little bit, but I'm definitely down for doing it again. It is, it was one of my favorite things that we did early in the channel. Should make a new series called Waiting Online. Well, aren't we all waiting online now with pandemic? You plant yourself like a tree and say, no, you move. Are we just quoting Cap now? I mean, trust me, I can do this all day. Oh. God, I'm a nerd. I really wish I had a phone stand, because holding this forever really sucks. Alright, hold on. Just give me 1 second. It's probably too late to go to the bathroom, right? That wasn't so bad. Well, that was penicillin. Oops. All right. Ah! There we go. I mean, I feel like we could just sit here and quote Cap all night, but I don't know if that would be the most entertaining thing during a live stream. Show of hands, or texts, or comments, or whatever it is. Who watched the, did anybody tune in for the big trivia competition with a bunch of us YouTubers? That was a lot of fun. The Reactors League Civil War trivia thing. That was a lot of fun. Hopefully some of you guys tuned in, because we all, Will, me, and Adam had a really good time doing it. Oh, not that one, Nicholas. We did a new one like 2 weeks ago, but that one was pretty, like, the sad news hit, definitely. You got to do an essay about that Civil War. Yeah, but that was a lot of fun, dude. I mean, not to toot my own horn a little bit, but I pulled out some. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna know the MCU questions. But when I pulled out the new Krypton answer, oh, I was like, let's go. God, it's because it's been years since I've watched Superman Returns, like years. I was really happy I pulled that one out. We had a pretty cool group of people in there. I mean, we had Akasan, we had Blind Wave, the Normies, Clockmaster. We had, like, JVS. We had, like, big, big reactors on there. I was pretty stoked to be a part of that group. Yeah, like, I mean, honestly, I was super honored to even be mentioned in the vicinity of some of those guys, because I've been watching them since before we even started the channel. Like, people like Blind Wave and Akasan, Normies and JVS, those big names. I've been watching them for more than we've been a thing on YouTube. So that was an honor for me for sure. Next step is Tyrone. Oof. If they pulled that one off, I might be too nervous. I might be too nervous to participate. Um, but yeah, Tyrone would be the. I mean, he is the reactor. We were not in the same. Oh, ran Real Rejects for sure. If you missed this, you're off the channel. I said that a lot to Adam because Adam was on my team. I wanted Will to miss every question. We were not. Well, Will and I were technically in the same house. We were across the room from each other. Adam was at his house. Funny enough, though, Tyrone Magnus is. You know what? Don't everybody do it at once, but I want everybody to go to Tyrone Magnus's channel, filter his videos so it's his most popular uploads, and click his most popular video, which is his Infinity Gauntlet unboxing. And come back and let me know what you notice about maybe something about what's in that video. You don't have to watch the whole video, but give them a watch too. But just check it out and see what's going on in that video, because it always kind of gives me a little giddy when I see that that's his most popular video with 14 million views. I feel like everybody is doing it at once, which is fine. Oh, so some of you guys know already. Will you be streaming any games tonight? You know what? I was thinking about doing some more Oblivion. Depends on what time. What time is it right now? 1:15? That's not ridiculously late. I might play some Oblivion here in a couple minutes. Because I've been just that's the bad part about streaming games. I love streaming games for you guys, but there's also times where I want to just play Oblivion, but at the same time it's like, well, I'll feel like a big jerk if I just sit here and play Oblivion, and then when I restart and stream again, it's like, oh well, remember that Thieves Guild quest line? Yeah, I finished it already. Sorry guys, you didn't get to see it. I mean, there's a YouTube video from like 3 years ago of me doing it before, and I'm just doing it now. But that's the one pain sometimes with a game like Oblivion. If it's another game just like, Call of Duty or whatever, it's not a big deal. It would implode. It would be cool. It would definitely be cool. I'm not even sure. I'll be honest. Well, I mean, we'll see. I'm not even sure if Tyrone would remember us. I I remember two things happened within like a little bit of time for each other. So we did a reaction to Tyrone's video that was his vengeance video, and he commented on our reaction. This was back when we had like 600 subscribers. Or probably less. I mean, this was just literally a couple months into it. And we did a reaction to his Vengeance trailer or whatever, and he commented on our video, and we lost our shit. We lost our shit that he commented. And then when we got our T-shirts for the first time, we sent him one with a letter just saying, you know what, we just want to give you this T-shirt. Thank you so much for inspiring us to do what we're doing. You're definitely one of the biggest inspirations for us. So here's a T-shirt, whatever. And he unboxed it live on his channel or whatever. And obviously he still wears it every now and then, which is really cool. But I don't know if he knows who we are really, but maybe he does. Maybe. We'll see. What's Gaga be? Why is everybody commenting that? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what that means, Nicholas. I'm so confused with what's currently... Yeah, this is inside stuff. I have no idea what's happening in the comment section right now. Anime is definitely something that I have not delved into yet. We'll let this go another 5 minutes. I like to cut it off and be OCD and cut this off at the hour. And then, hey, why don't we play some Oblivion? Because, yeah, that's why. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Gabe. I'm so confused at this point. So confused. On Twitch? Yes, on Twitch. Trying to push all the gaming over to Twitch. Except Will likes to be difficult and stream on both at the same time because he has that ability and he's a jerk. But I'm just kidding. Kind of. I can't really stream on both with... I just use the Twitch app on my Xbox. I don't have a PC to game on, and I'm not about to spend money on one right now because I don't have that kind of money. If anybody wants to donate, super chat, throw some up in there and donate to the channel so we can get a gaming PC and stream both. Just kidding, you don't have to do that. But we are talking about getting the Patreon going again, and revamping that in a better way, so that you guys get some really cool perks if you guys want to help support the channel and stuff like that. Just trying to, get this schedule that we've been sticking to the past couple weeks going, keep it consistent, uploading consistently, like a professional YouTube channel, you know what I mean? We're the most unprofessional professional YouTube channel. This channel is held together by duct tape and barbed wire, but we make it work. When we get the funds, we buy new equipment. If we don't have funds, we make do with what we got. So, woohoo! 3 minutes left on the stream. If anyone wants to throw anything in, throw something in to the live stream. And thanks, Gabe. Gabe's the man. Gabe is the man. Gabe's kind of turning into that day one A1 person. He's up there with the wannabe comedies, the Riggs, the Snackers, the Averys. They're kind of turning into one of them day one A1s. Always here, getting that notification. Show of hands. Again, I'll do another show of hands. Did everybody get a notification for this, like on your phone, or was it just you ran by it? I'm trying to see, trying to get a grasp on what's going on for the, notifications or non-notifications. Because sometimes notifications don't go out, which sucks. So it seems like most of you got notification for it, which is good. Which is good. Well, appreciate it, Nicholas. Favorite Christopher Nolan film outside the Dark Knight trilogy? Oh, that's tough. Damn. I might say Tenet. I really like Tenet a lot. I know it's a thinking movie, and it's confusing, and it needs about 3 viewings to understand what's going on, but I really like Tenet. Do I like coffee? Yes. How do I take it? With... How do I take my coffee? With Bailey's. But, I mean, if I'm going to get a rate, I have a couple different orders. Coffee with Bailey's is not uncommon if I'm at home. A lot of times I'll just get 2 shots of espresso and a venti cup with ice, and then fill the rest up with a protein shake. Pretty awesome. And then caramel macchiato if I'm not really watching my figure. Shorty! Look at that. Shorty coming up with the super chat. My guy right there. That's my dude. And Shorty lives around here too. Shorty, you could have just handed me that $5. um, no, you know what? I will next time that I actually go to the AMC on the levee, um, I will put out an all call, and if someone wants to show up and watch the movie near me, because we can't be right next to each other, but near me, I will be there. See you later, Nicholas. Should be in a future video. All right. Wow. Look at Shorty's getting some love up in the chat. Well, we'd have to do an extensive interview process because, as you can see, oh, good night to Shorty. Oh, okay. I didn't think. Did Shorty say good night? Well, he said parting gift. Oh, yeah, he did say good night. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't tell who's saying good night to who. I thought you were saying good night to me, good night to somebody else. But shout out to Shorty with the $4.99 super chat. Awesome. Remember, every little donation or whatever that you guys throw back at the channel, it goes right back into the channel. It it helps with buying SD cards, helps buy new microphones now that we have, which is pretty sick. I'm pretty pumped that we have new microphones, and helps buy some lights for our umbrella lights and stuff like that. So we really appreciate it, guys, when it comes in. I heard about that subscription service too, John. I'm not a huge coffee guy when it comes, when it comes to like just like the intricate little flavors or whatever that come in the certain coffees, because I don't have that palate. I have that palate with stuff like bourbon and stuff like that, but I just don't really have that kind of palate yet. Mostly because I put shit in my coffee. I mean, if I'll drink black coffee with stevia, caramel macchiato if I'm feeling like basic white girl. I'll throw some Baileys in it if I'm feeling real frisky. And like I said, my go-to like kind of workout day one is I'll do 2 shots of espresso with a large cup of ice and fill the rest of the thing up with caramel protein shake, and it tastes like a caramel macchiato, which is pretty awesome. Appreciate that, J Diddy. Yeah. Chicago. Caves from Chicago. I just want to point out that the super chat right now is at 6.9, which is, if you take the period out, is my favorite number. Avery from Mississippi, mighty Mississippi, the old miss, the old man. Do I like KFC, Popeyes, or Chick-fil-A? I mean, I like all three. Of those three, my favorite's KFC, second probably Popeyes, and third's Chick-fil-A. I don't always get the hype around Chick-fil-A. I like it, but I think it's overhyped. Service, great. Food, good. It's not as much seasoning as the other ones. Favorite Tarantino film? Probably Pulp Fiction. I love how I say, let's end this at the hour mark, and I just keep talking because I like to hear myself talk, apparently. Well, it's easier to talk to you guys on this than it is when I'm gaming, because when I'm gaming, I'm trying to game and just kind of glance at the chat, so it's hard to have, like, a conversation. Just mostly me talking and reacting to the game. Every now and then peeking over at the comments. See you later, Nicholas. Oh, I love Django. That movie's great. So our last On Your Left podcast was titled Streaming Services. We talked the first like 20 or 30 minutes of that podcast. We talk about the state of streaming services and what's kind of going on with it, and what are the best ones and stuff like that. Other people love that I hate. Pitch Perfect. Fuck those movies. Fuck those movies. Sorry. Spider-Man 3 or Amazing Spider-Man 2? Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3. For sure. I don't... well, I don't hate Amazing Spider-Man 2, but... yeah. I'm still going to go to Spider-Man 3. Just for childhood nostalgia. Right. Still got 5 people up in here. Oh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I really, really like that. I'd probably go 8.2. 8.2. It's 8.25. Let's go with the more movie critic score. 5 people still watching. Well, I guess I'll go to 70. Favorite 80s movie? Oh, God. Oh, God, that's too hard, man. I mean, Karate Kid, Back to the Future, trilogy, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Terminator, oh, God, Aliens, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Breakfast Club, Goonies. I could literally just go on forever. I love the 80s. That's probably true, Gabe. That's probably true. Although I think you followed me on Instagram. I think you followed me on Instagram. I don't think I followed you back, though. I don't... nothing personal. I just don't really follow anybody back. I'm kind of a dick. That has nothing to do. It is literally nothing personal. I'm bad at social media. I post once in a blue moon on Instagram. I think that was another reason I didn't follow you back. It looked like you were like a middle schooler, and I was like, I don't know if I should be following middle schoolers on Instagram. That seems really weird for me. But I don't think you're a middle schooler anymore. It just seemed like you didn't update your Instagram. How do I rank the Back to the Future trilogy? 2, 1, 3. 2's my favorite. 1 is... 2 and 1 are almost close to tying. 2 I just love because like how well they handled showing the stuff from the first movie when they went back in time and flip-flopped. And I enjoy 3. It's just, I'm not a huge fan of the Western aesthetic of that movie. Nobody calls me chicken needles. Nobody. Well, that's good, game. Good. Being a middle schooler sucks. So, I know. I've been there. It's been a long time since I've been a middle schooler, but... ooh, how long has it been? It's been 10 years since 8th grade. So... a decade since I've been a middle schooler. Funny you mentioned that, John. I've had plenty of Vespers. It's my dad's favorite drink, and it is very strong, but very good if it's made correctly. Avery, I would guess you're 23 also, possibly 24. All right. Get your stuff in, folks. We got 1 minute. 1 minute left. 1 minute and 10 seconds. So get your chats or super chats. Get those super chats in if you're feeling brisky tonight. I've watched all of Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is fantastic. It's an amazing show, and I can't wait for January for season 3. On Netflix this time, not YouTube. And that's a good buy by Netflix, by the way. Ooh, all right. I feel you, John. I'll look into that. 30 seconds. Here we go. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. It's more anticlimactic than I thought it would be. 10 seconds. All right, cool. Guess nobody's got any more questions or comments or anything. Well, I will go ahead and close this thing out then, guys. I will probably be on Twitch here in the next 10 minutes playing some Oblivion. So go follow us at Iconic Comic. It's spaced out, Iconic Space Comic. If you just type in Iconic Comic, I'm sure you're going to find us on Twitch. And we've posted links in the community page of the channel 1,000 times. But we're trying to push all our gaming over to that side of things. And we're always going to game Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and Friday nights every week. That's on the schedule. But you're going to every so often get, like tonight, the random kind of fun stream that wasn't planned. But go follow us at Iconic. Let's try that again. At Iconic Comic on Twitch. And as always, guys, thank you so much for joining us on the live stream. Make sure you stay tuned. Or, let me do the whole spiel here. I guess I should keep the tradition going. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe so you don't miss a single thing from the channel. And as always, make sure you stay tuned, stay iconic, and cue music.